Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to the Arcane Lounge podcast where we get up to a lot of nonsense. We've been looking at a lot of comments lately and seeing that you guys have been talking about audio issues, and we are more than aware. There has been some issues with our soundboard that we were finally able to figure out and fix. It genuinely, it's just been creating like this hiss sound. It's really annoying and stupid, but we finally figured it out. So hopefully in future episodes we won't have people sounding like they're in the back of a hallway, which is how Spencer unfortunately sounds during today's episode, and me a little bit as well, but I'm just so loud that it just doesn't come through as much. So I don't know, pretend Spencer's on like a Zoom call, because that's kind of just what she sounds like throughout this episode. But Craig and I are going to be fixing this for future episodes. It's just like a button. It's so dumb and annoying for us to fix in post. So thank you guys for your patience, and thank you guys for watching. So hope you guys enjoy this episode, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Sam, what do you mean by that? Oh, Mr. Frodo, it's just something Gandalf said. Samwise, you're either a smart feller or you're a fart smeller. Sam, what the fuck does that mean? Alright, that's my bit. That's all I had. That's all I had.
It's fairly obvious what it means, Mr. Frodo.
Yeah. It means he's not a smart fellow.
Oh, I don't know if I told this story, but I'm going to add on to it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll retell it. Pinky told me, because I told him that we were talking about him having that fight with that chihuahua the other day.
Yeah.
And he said he felt like Sauron in the beginning of that movie, swinging his thing. I wanted to make sure I told you guys that.
That's great.
Oh, it's funny.
Yeah,
so
that funny, they're flying away. There's multiple. Which he's in a chair.
Oh,
so
yes, yes.
Motorized, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Pinky's my brother-in-law, and he was going to the gas station to get, I think, a drink of some kind. And he was coming back, and he was driving down the road, and this chihuahua got out and was trying to bite his feet because they kind of dangle out. So he took his bag with the Pepsi in and started swinging it at it. And some cop was on the sideline just watching the entire time.
Yeah.
He didn't do nothing about it, but he fucking defended himself.
Yeah.
He
He fucking stood his ground on that little chihuahua.
Hell yeah.
He was the
That
Dark Lord
so
that day.
Awesome. The thought of like it being Sauron though. Music. I cannot stop getting that guy on my TikTok who streams, but is like that car simulator. And he's getting in car accidents all the time.
It's funny.
I can't remember his name, but for those of you uninitiated, it's just it's a guy streaming, and he's got a green screen behind him. He's in a car, and he's driving the car, but he's not driving. You're seeing his view, but he's like backwards. But you get it. It's like he's driving the car. So he plays like various characters, like an old man and like kind of like a Karen dad, and he's always like, I'm not driving you guys to McDonald's, and we're just all right, fine, I'll find the nearest one. And literally goes like 200 miles an hour on like the freeway, and then when he like hits a bump or hits a car,
he like hits a divider.
He'll hit anything. He'll go flying sometimes, or he won't, but he role plays the whole thing as if he's in the car. So like he'll float upwards and like, and like if there's a moment, he'll be like, we're dead. I love you. And like they roll, and then he role plays the impact. He like flies forward. His headphones go flying, and then the car stops, and he's just laying back there like he's dead. God damn it! I watch them every time. They're so funny.
There was one where he was like out, and he was like, we're alive. He lived that one.
Yeah, he did. He survived.
Yeah.
What?
Corrected me. I wanted to be wrong.
Oh. Got it.
Yep.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Man, I don't. Whoa. Spencer just flipped me off on her.
No, I didn't. No.
In the middle of Spelljammer, I did that to Mia. I went. Gwen went up onto that table and did something, and then like to that guard that was at like foot height.
Yeah.
I was like, Gwen looks down and he's just doing this, but Mia looked down at it, and like looked at it, but laughed as though like, haha, funny joke. But I was genuinely trying to get Mia.
Yeah.
I was like, haha, but that was the best fucking Uno reverse ever.
Yeah.
Was just being like, huh, that would have been funny if that happened. Yeah. And I was like, oh damn,
She got you.
destroyed it. Yeah, gone. Yeah. So Really though, that's the best way to do it. It'd be like, yeah, that would be funny.
Yeah, we
But it didn't happen. It happened in the game, not in real life.
Yep.
He didn't get me.
Fucking gaslight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really, that's just what happened.
Yeah. It's a cool shirt.
Thanks.
It is a cool
You
ass
got me
shirt.
this shirt.
Yeah.
You know, the person that got you that shirt must be pretty cool too.
What?
So the person that got you that shirt
Oh
must be
yeah,
pretty
you know
cool
what?
too.
That's true.
But a bunch of cool folks
Spencer,
in there.
cool shirt.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, what is it with you every time? Fucking poor audio listeners.
Sorry. It's a shirt, and it's a guy in a plate mail, I think, and he's got a sword,
It's the
and it's
first
pointing
thing.
down, and
He is.
instead of a head,
So easily forgotten.
easily.
he has like sunflowers growing out, and then there's the sun and the moon above him in red.
Here's his Attack on Titan.
Yes, it's
It's a sliced eye shot of like
some of the
five them.
Titans, yeah.
And Craig's not wearing a shirt.
No.
Nope.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah, I decided to try out some
Craig
new
has
things in
that
my life.
just that ability
Yeah.
to show up and be like, I'm not on camera, so
That's the benefit. If I'm
Yeah.
not on camera, I'm just buck ass.
yeah.
I wear a tiny loincloth like fucking Tarzan.
Like Gollum.
Yeah, you know what? That's probably the more accurate
Yeah.
description. I guess
A
I
little
wish I was
tattered.
Tarzan, but I'm probably the Gollum in that
Yeah.
situation, unfortunately.
Nobody physically reminds me of Gollum except for my little brother.
Yeah.
If you knew my little brother like I knew my little brother, you would watch Gollum and Lord of the Rings and be like, that's
So
Isaiah.
unfortunately, I think you just have like the memory of Isaiah from like 5 years
Oh
ago.
yeah, probably not
'cause
anymore. He's long.
He's not like that anymore.
Yeah, he's all long now.
he's
and
he's
tall.
taller than us.
Yeah.
And
But when he was smaller than me,
yeah, when
he'd
he was
squat like that, and he'd run. He'd literally, you know, that little squat, little trot that he does. Isaiah did that
yeah.
without knowing Gollum. Like he was 8 years old and he did that.
Yeah.
Weird. I want to do that. I want to watch. I talked to you about it on chat stream today,
Mhm.
and I want to watch Lord of the Rings on stream. I was like, why haven't we done that yet? And they were like,
'Cause it's
please.
gonna
And I was
take
like, hell yeah, it'd be
forever.
so fun. Let's watch the first one.
That's still
We'll just
long.
watch the first one. It's a 4-hour stream. That's a normal stream, and you get to watch a movie.
Yeah, I just don't think I have enough commentary to make it interesting.
If
I'd
I can
just
all
be
do it
like,
by myself then.
no, go ahead.
I will.
It's fine with me.
Fucking one man show.
I'll
Yeah.
have a good time. And
You
they
do
were all
that-
like, yes. And I was like, I don't know how to do this though without getting, taken down.
God.
They were, apparently Amazon has a thing with Twitch and you can do a shared movie thing.
Hmm.
And I think you have to own the movie.
We do. We own them all on
Well,
Amazon.
no.
Prime.
I think
Everyone has to own the movie?
I don't know. I don't know how it works, but I think it's a thing where like maybe everybody has to own it. And then it's like, that's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works, but a bunch of people said you can do it on Twitch with an Amazon subscription. I was like, oh, okay, well then I'll do that. Because I've seen people do it before. People stream watching movies all the time. And I'm like, how the fuck are you guys doing this? But I guess I'll find out. But
No,
I
what you
definitely
have
wanna
to
do
do
it.
is you have to watch the movie in clips on TikTok and then put yourself underneath the movie.
And I'm like,
And you're just like,
whoa.
and
Hey, yo,
then-
Chad, is
and
this
then-
real?
And then if you ever need a break, just put on like
Subway Surfers?
Subway Surfers, yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But I was like, that would be fun. It would be horrible though, but I think that's what people want. I don't think they want to just watch the movie. I think they want to watch me watch the movie and just go fucking crazy.
Meme it,
about
yeah.
Yeah, today in our Baldur's Gate stream, some dude like fell out of the sky. It's that Marcus, the guy with the wings. What?
Mm-hmm.
What are you looking at me like that for?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh.
Well, I think probably the description was fell. I don't know if you really. Yeah, I think
Oh no! He
more
hits the
descends.
ground. It's right when you talk to Isabel and he shows up to go take her. The dude with the wings.
Mhm.
He hit the ground. And the way he hits the ground is so sudden because it's right out of a conversation. So he hit it, and I was like, "Whoa!" And somebody in the chat was like YouTuber reaction, and I was like, I wish it was, but unfortunately, I'm just this dramatic about fucking everything. When I play by myself and something happens, I'm like, what? Like I have a bunch of footage of Baldur's Gate 3 that I've been recording, like when I played my original game, and when things would happen, I would sometimes accidentally leave my mic on because I recorded it through Streamlabs, and so there's a bunch of footage. It's just me being like, oh, whoa, and I'm like, why am I like this?
It's cute.
Yeah, but so no, I'm just, and then people are like, didn't you play the game already? And I'm like, I don't remember this part. It's cool. It comes out of nowhere. I like it. I'm just hype. All right, sorry. I feel bad for fucking everybody else who doesn't get hype about every fucking tiny thing that exists, but I do.
You just experience pure joy.
Yeah, every day.
It's a good life. What have you guys been doing?
Not much.
Scrolling the internet.
Shut up. No, you haven't. You read Jujutsu Kaisen.
I did read a little bit of it last night. I have beef with your wife.
Yeah.
She's
Tell me about it.
She's a bad influence.
Yeah,
no one follow her on Twitter.
If anything, specifically asked not to follow her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a. Oof. I was trying to. I don't know what I was trying to do. I sat down and she's like, "Hey," because we have shared desks. I turn around. I'm like, "What?" And she's talking for me. And I'm like, "Okay, this isn't just like a normal conversation. This is gonna be like an hour." And then she just kept talking, and I was like, "Okay." And I was like, "You just want to talk about me about JJK, don't you?" That's all you want. I was like, "Okay." So I put everything down. I was like, "Okay, let's talk about it real fast." She's obsessed.
I felt bad.
I know. It's seeped into my own life.
Yeah.
I felt bad because last night she wanted me to come upstairs, so I did, and I went up in the bed, and she was telling me everything she was reading about Jujutsu Kaisen because it was the very beginning, and I was like, at first I was like, she just wanted to tell me kind of what was going on, but it wasn't that. It was every panel. It was. She was kind of just summarizing every panel to me, and I was like, "You're gonna read the whole thing to me?" And she was like, "Sorry," and I was like, "I didn't mean you could stop."
Yeah, you should.
I was like, "Damn!" But I just didn't know that's what you wanted.
It's just, I don't. The only thing I knew about the show is that everyone is thirsting over certain characters in the show, and I was like, I want to know what this is about.
Yeah.
I had no idea what the plot was about, and now I do, and I was like, this is not what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Let me explain it to you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. It started because Bethany comes over and she has a bunch of tattoos from it.
Yeah.
She loves that fucking show.
Yeah.
So then they kind of bounce back.
I saw that Lise was like, I'm going to watch Trigun, so I know about this twink that's getting dick down all the time. And I was like...
Yeah, so you can see the through lines already, because last time we watched the first episode of that.
Yeah.
For a little bit.
That's next, I think. But I don't know if I'll get through this. I don't... Yeah. From what I hear, it's
JJK is kind of big, too, compared to Trigun. It's like 6 episodes versus, I think it's like season 2 or something.
Yeah. And I'm reading it. So
yeah, well, Lace. I mean, it's Lace, so I mean, she's kind of a fiend, but she crushed it in like a day and a half.
Yeah, I got the first one, and then I was gonna put the rest. I know I'm gonna buy more before Christmas, but I was gonna put the rest on a Christmas list because people are already asking. Like his family was like, "Send lists," and I'm like, "Well, that's going on there."
There you go with that one. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one.
So then I'm forced to finish it, even though I'll be terribly, terribly sad from what I hear.
Yeah, she said it takes a turn somewhere. Yeah. I've not gone that far either. Apparently, her and Bethany are both caught up and maybe finished.
Yeah.
But I only read it as like the books come out, and me and Bethany go and get like a book from Barnes & Noble or something. So I'm very behind, but it pops off pretty hard.
Cool.
I saw her the other day. Bethany.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She was at work.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna bother you."
She's a nervous wreck.
Yeah.
That girl. That poor thing. Oh.
So are you.
Yeah, that's why I didn't say anything.
Oh,
I saw her and went, "Oh, it's her." And then you walked past her, not realizing that it was her, and you immediately mentioned Craig, and I was like, "Oh no, she's gonna think we just ignored her."
Did you not tell me?
No.
For fear that I would do something?
Yes, because we stopped not too far away from her, and I was like, "Okay, this is gonna go one of two ways." And then I did it.
See, in the moment right now, I want to say I wouldn't have done anything, but if I'm in the middle of Target and I was kind of feeling good that day, who knows? Yeah. I might have caused some anxiety.
Yeah.
My woman has a constant red bar anxiety anyway.
Yeah, she looked very busy too. Yeah. So.
Oh, that.
She had like one of those carts that they push all the stuff on, and she was adding stuff to it, and I was like, "You got shit to do."
Yeah, yeah, busy.
Running.
Spelljammer was fun.
Yeah.
That was
good.
Fun. That was fun.
Yeah,
it was a really good time.
That's what I've been doing the last 2 weeks, or 2 days, 2 weeks. Well, really 2 weeks, but last year just decompressing from that.
That was me yesterday. I was just like, we had a good day though. We took pictures with my family, and we also streamed Baldur's Gate with Davy and Dieter and Emma. It was fun because we just kept that group too. If somebody does an impression, we all start doing it. It's great. We were Lin-Manuel Miranda, I think, for like 45 minutes. Lin-Manuel Miranda being that stupid fucking Wish song. I let you live here for free. But we were being like, I let you live here for free. And I'm always here when you need to vent.
It was just really funny and I guess unfortunate that I got Marceline to bed and I came down here and that was immediately what I heard. I was like, I know they're all doing it. And you sent the picture of him, he's all bent over and it's like me when I leave the airport with the plane in my ass.
And I got them all so hard with that fucking him with the me when I leave the airport with the plane up my ass. Oh, I fucking love that so much. It's so funny. But that's when we ended the stream. We're like, I want everybody back here next week with an airplane up their ass. Davy was like, yep, I want Spirit, I want Delta, I want American. And then Emma was like, I want 747s in everybody's asses when you guys come back. It was stupid. There was a part where I got like thrown a health potion in the game, and the way it looked like it went into my character's ass. And I was like, don't! There's no room! There's Spirit Airlines is up there!
The whole fucking tarmac is up there.
That was so dumb. All right, I guess we could jump into questions.
Okay.
For those of you uninitiated, we ask questions on Twitter.
No.
I guess I could put it in other places, but I barely remember to do the initial
Arcane
to begin with. So
arcade or whatever.
Yeah.
It's arcade_arcane.
Because someone has it
gone.
and hasn't tweeted in 10 years and there's no way for us to get the actual @
Artemis with a rat emoji asks, best experience you've had with an actual dungeon in D&D? I don't know. All of them. That's not true. I wouldn't say all of them. I do enjoy a good dungeon crawl here and there, but I should specify I do enjoy a good one.
Yeah.
It's gotta not be
no empty rooms.
What is it? Argynvost.
No bullshit.
That's what we have our walrus in a cave. My version of this is Argynvost Hold.
Oh, yeah.
In Curse of Strahd, Argynvost Hold is a big fucking labyrinth. It's a giant mansion. It's really cool set piece, but it's just a labyrinth of empty rooms. There's maybe 2 or 3 rooms that have something important, and it's dumb too because there's like ghosts in it at the top, and it's just kind of weird that you fuck around in their mansion for like an hour before you actually talk to them. It's just dumb. So there's spiders in it. It's weird.
I don't know if it's necessarily like a dungeon, but the same feel. I liked in like the last episode of Evenfall where we were going through like Lycus's like space. It was fun.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm glad that was fun.
Yeah. Well, there were no bullshit rooms. It was straightforward.
I wanted it to feel like at the end of Ocarina of Time, where you're just doing weird shit, but you're staying pretty progressively linear. Yeah. And you're just like, next challenge, next challenge, next challenge, going up big staircases until you get there. But still with a sense of exploration, because I don't want it to feel like you guys were just going room to room to room. I still wanted to feel like you guys were deciding where you were wanting to go. But whatever the next room is the next room, and that's the next thing that's there. So, yeah. And I was proud of the painting. Happy with that.
It's very good.
It went well.
Yeah.
Best dungeon? I don't know. I haven't really got to play in a lot of dungeons, I don't think. I feel like I've never really we did a few in Avnia, but I don't necessarily think I was like I did like the one we did in that one with the really early on with the spiders in the Myconid spiders, the cordyceps drider. That was cool. That was fun. I feel like I played a game on Roll20 one time where I went through a dungeon and it was really fun, but I can't remember what it was. I don't know. You ever been like, what a dungeon that was?
No, not really. Unfortunately, I've ran a lot, but I don't know if I played in a whole lot either. I remember this one time where we were in like a boss arena. That I made, and they wind up doing like pulling. Essentially, I had like several different like interactions I want to have with like different people, and they just kited all the bosses into the same room. It was like this giant like kaiju monster fight. And
cool.
I think the last thing was the entire group was down. It was like 6 people, except the one rogue with 1 hit point, and he was inside a magnificent mansion fighting a spider, and it came down to one roll of whether or not the TPK happened because the spider missed, or his damage was high enough to kill it.
That's
and
crazy.
It wound up being in their favor, but so it was a cool moment. But that's all I remember. But that was
crazy.
I think they subverted the whole thing, so that was kind of fun.
I had a lot of fun running that. If we're going to talk like DM running it, I have a lot of fun running dungeons just because it's a point as a DM I can be like I can kind of relax a little bit and be like, I can go one room at a time kind of thing and really get with the details. But you want to make sure that your players are still engaged, because if there's just big empty rooms with nothing in them and you're just describing set dressing, it's not very fun. But I had a lot of fun running that one in Fallout, the one with the with Jason at the end of it.
I didn't even think
water
about
one.
that. No,
Yeah,
every vault we did in Fallout was phenomenal.
Thanks.
I don't know why I didn't think about Fallout at all. But yeah, anything in Fallout was great. That little interaction in Meaning Delta. That was good.
Delta
I mean, I don't really count, but it was kind of dungeon-like.
I had fun with that one too, because I got to do like the opposite of a dungeon, where I got to put somebody at the back and be like, okay, you guys are going to get to here and you start here. So it was, that was fun because you guys kind of knew where you were supposed to go. No. And Mia did a lot of fun with Swiss in that game. She was sliding the Dark Brotherhood we know into the fucking door, and the guy was just like shitting his pants. Like that was so much fun.
It was a shame we didn't go into that Mariposa base underneath that structure, and we left. We should have done that.
We should have.
That probably been cool.
We talked about this recently too because of Witchlight, but during break I remember talking about various dungeons and being like, well, this was kind of like the Caves of Hunger, and then Mia being like, that wasn't really a dungeon, was it? And I was like, that's a good dungeon when you don't know it's a dungeon.
No, really though.
Caves of Hunger was cool.
Technically for sure, but it was kind of a.
It's just because you have to have something active in them.
For sure.
So long as you have like a goal and something active, it doesn't even feel like a dungeon. It just feels like this is just a space we're doing this thing.
I don't think it felt like a dungeon because we were stressed.
That could be. Could be.
Yeah, I was at least.
Caius was down there. That Smeagol kobold was down there.
Yeah, he's out there somewhere. Totally didn't die.
Yeah, he didn't walk up into the sun first.
Right, he was running. He was halfway home, and then just got eviscerated. Yeah. Summer in the Lock 2 asks, Spencer, how is the crocheting going? There's more to this, but I'm gonna do one at a time.
Decently well. It's just time consuming.
Yeah.
And I've maybe started doing other things instead of crocheting when I should crochet,
because my
timeline is getting smaller and smaller. And
talk about our new hobbies that we start, and they're gonna be like, you still doing that?
I see you spend a bunch of money on fucking yarn. You better use it.
Also for Jacob and Spencer, I have a song suggestion for you. Marceline the Vampire by Steppies.
Steppies?
I think it's Steps. All right, we will totally listen to that.
Yeah.
Happy Wolf asks, hey gang, are you guys reading any books currently, or is there a favorite of yours? Looking for recommendations.
Oh, favorite book? Well, I just talked
Spencer
about it.
really likes this author called AO3.
Yeah. If you want suggestions for that, I could help, I guess.
I say Spencer.
No,
look, there's some good shit on AO3.
There is.
It's all hiding.
Yeah, I don't read much besides that. It's weird. I read a lot, but just nothing worth reading, I guess.
They're all
nothing worth sharing.
Levi
there's a lot in there. Oh fuck. Fucking gutted myself the other day with that shit. It was good though. It was peaceful and comforting.
Yeah. Nice.
What about you? What's your favorite book?
What's my favorite? That was not the question.
What am I
reading? I'm not really reading anything right now.
What's your recommendation then?
I'm reading fucking chat. That's what I'm reading. Not the book I'm reading.
Craig reads.
Quite
a bit.
Yeah. There's a person named there's a man named Andrew Joseph White that has a pretty good book called Hell Followed With Us. It's a very crazy fucking trip of a book. And he just released his new book that just came out called The Spirit Bears Its Teeth.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna start that one whenever I have time.
What's it about?
Fuck, it's kind of a hard question.
Oh, sorry.
It is a kind of post-apocalyptic religious trauma type event. Think of Think of Last of Us to some degree. There's some kind of virus. And it's post like 80 or 90 years, and it becomes this kind of like religious zealotry to it. And they're able to essentially, like, to them, I think it's supposed to be some kind of messiah, and they choose like a child, and then they're able to like mutate to some degree. This person like becomes like what their like messiah or their angel is supposed to be. The person itself talks about the whole thing's supposed to be like an analog to their like self-discovery for like trans health and how their family kind of depicted them as a monster for it.
That's cool.
So it's kind of like them working their like through their trauma of their own thing, but through this cool kind of like depiction for it. And then they become a giant like Phyrexian angel type shit and kill the whole colony. I mean, it's cool as shit.
That's awesome.
But crazy fucking
Awesome.
talent. And the Spirits Bears' Teeth sounds like something similar. But another horror book I read recently by Christine White named called Hide. Crazy. One of those books I was like, sounds kind of fun. And I crush it in like a night. And it's like 4 a.m. and I'm like, oh, it's dark outside. I probably shouldn't have done that. That's a similar fucking
That's cool though. You
monster
know,
in a fucking
good.
thing, and people got to deal with it. Yeah, there's a bunch of other shit I read, but very similar to Spencer. I don't know if it's any worth. Ice Planet Barbarians is getting better.
I was about to say that.
Every book
I was
is
gonna
fine.
say Ice Planet Barbarians.
Yeah, I'm on like book like 7
You can get
or
them
8.
at fucking Target.
The better versions are at Target.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully. They're releasing new like artwork for each book.
Yeah.
and the artwork's fucking way better than whatever the hell they had before.
Yeah.
That
I think the
Photoshop.
original artwork is what she's made. Like she made.
Yeah,
Like,
doesn't surprise me. They're a very good series. They're very cute.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we could do a whole thing. My friend of mine from the Boons was like, because we were talking about, because that's what we do. We go to play board games and whatever, and then we talk about stuff, and we usually exchange books and everything else too. That's what she got me into it. And someone's like, you guys should do a podcast. And I was like, Lex, I literally do that every week.
Yeah.
I know how to do it. That's something you were interested in. I could do it. That's probably the extent. Probably some good like manga out there. Jujutsu pretty good.
Yeah.
It's one called Heart Gear that I really like.
Here.
That's very cute.
Or was it just?
Oh, I read. There's this comic of called The Witcher Ronin, and it's super good.
Good.
You should go get.
Good.
Everyone should go get it.
Like a Japanese samurai version of The Witcher.
You know, speaking of fucking Project Cedar Red, apparently there's a cyberpunk graphic novel that just got like a huge fucking like award for it too.
Oh, what?
Called
I didn't know
Cyberpunk
that.
2077 Big City Dreams. Got a huge award recently,
yeah.
and I was like, I didn't even know they had that. Another fucking
they
thing
had
to
that.
add to the goddamn plethora of cyberpunk shit we have.
That's cool.
It didn't exist 5 years ago.
That's crazy. That's so awesome. I was gonna say I kind of wanted that, some like a graphic novel of some kind.
They had it.
Average pinworm enjoyer.
Mm.
Hey Jacob, have you thought about moving your BG3 stream to later in the evening once a week? I work during the usual time and can't interact except for a cheeky super chat between calls occasionally. Unfortunately I'm busy later in the day. I'm normally doing shit. I have a child, so it's a little harder. But that's why I can do it on Sundays with Davy and stuff, but I'm not running it. I just show up, play, and then leave. So yeah, unfortunately the middle of the day is the best time for me because that's like my work hours. But I know it's also everybody else's work hours. Pinworm Enjoyer sent a super chat today that was fucking dumb. I just know it started with like, I love like hearing the voice say it too. Like, I have the pinworms. They make me pish the bed. It like started like that, and it just degenerated from there. It was nuts.
That's great.
So somebody sent Arbor Queen of the Drive-Thru put thoughts, and it is.
What is that?
Official Baldur's Gate 3 butthole chart.
Oh, the butthole chart. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't know. You're well versed in the butthole chart.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's not the first time we've seen it.
What the
No.
fuck? What?
This is
I'm
not.
on the wrong side of Twitter.
This is not like.
I am not on butthole chart Baldur's Gate 3
This
Twitter.
is probably the like 5th time I've seen this.
Boo's
Oh,
on
you
there.
know what? I have seen the first one.
I think Boo and Asterion have the same.
Boo and Asterion?
Look at it.
Well, there's Shade of Butthole.
Yeah.
Asterian's the only one with the pale butthole.
That's a fucking.
Lysel-
That's a goddamn
He's got a
bloodboard bonus.
pale-
Yeah. Lysel and some other Gith dude and Auntie Ethel have green butthole.
Yeah.
Raphael, Karlach, Yurgir, and the little fucking weirdo in the dirge thing has red butthole. Wow. God damn. Okay.
It's a mastercraft. Someone put their time
There's
and effort, the
tightness.
whole ass in there.
There's
Yeah.
scent.
Scent?
All right.
Yeah.
Do you know who the most rancid butthole is?
I mean, it's probably fucking like realistically, I feel like it's Withers, but I feel like they also memed Gortash somewhere in there.
It's Gortash.
Yeah.
It's Gortash.
He's nasty.
Withers' butthole is actually right in the middle.
Oh, he's
Withers,
fucking true neutral?
Withers, Withers, what's her name? Mizora and Minsk are all right in the middle.
Wow. Fucking true neutral butthole.
Rancid buttholes from least to most includes Gortash, Yurgir, Karnas, who's the Drider dude, Anti-Ethel, Ketheric, Orin, the Emperor, this Gith dude, I don't know his name, Elminster, Volo, Karlach, and that weird little guy. And then from most fragrant to least fragrant, we have a 3-way tie between Raphael, Gale, and Asterion.
Yeah.
Shadowheart, Jaheira, Isabel, Halsin, Will, Cazador, Minthara, what is her name?
Dame
Aelin and Lysel. Bald versus hairiness? What in the fuck?
It's a extensive list.
Yeah.
Bald.
Complete.
Yurgir is bald. Well, that makes sense, I guess. I mean, being a devil and stuff, they don't. I guess he is also bald.
He subscribes to Manscaped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The Emperor obviously makes sense. Withers, Orin, Minthara, Asterion. Fucking face on there just being like, it's like everybody else is kind of like a screenshot. His is like the character creation screenshot.
Yeah.
So he's just like, my butthole's being examined. Hairiness. Gortash has a rancid hairy butthole.
They slam that man.
It's Gortash, Elminster, and Olsen. Jaheira! Oh, I can't do this. Taste! The last one's Taste. Oh my god. It's gourmet to putrid.
Yeah. Told you it's extensive.
Who'd you put on gourmet?
Gourmet?
Yeah, who'd you put on gourmet?
No.
No.
No? Because it's Asterion.
That's my secret.
I'll say that's for me to keep.
It's Asterion. It's Asterion, Gale, Dame Aelin, and Withers. Who's the worst on who's putrid? Gortash.
He's nasty.
Karnas.
They listen to men. They're really fucking.
Anti-Ethel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ketheric. Cazador. Fuck, this is stupid. All right, I'm getting out of here. Tiger Bomb asks, wonderful first session of Bazinga Redline, Craig.
Oh,
how long did you rehearse that opening sequence? It was an amazing opening sequence. It was so good. I can't stop thinking about it. It's such like a Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
That bit when you were like, she wants that dog. I was like, yeah! That was great. That was great. I will say it did take me too long to realize it was us.
Yeah.
It took me until you said braid on Gwen. I was like, oh!
That's when everyone else also picked up on it. The trick was, so honestly, not long. I practiced it a little bit. If anything, I rewrote the first part a lot because I just wanted it, because my whole vibe as a DM is I want to like lay down a foundation and rip it away pretty quick.
Yeah. To
keep people kind of like not only attentive, but also kind of like, kind of unstable and kind of not sure where they're going to land.
Yeah.
So, but the major issue I had, and honestly, this is a cool part I want to talk about too. It was so fucking hard to go, this is the concept. I literally can't tell you anything more. Because if I do, I'll spoil the whole first session. Because that's the thing I was having a really hard time explaining.
Yeah.
I was like, it's kind of like a dollhouse. It's kind of like playing with you guys, but it's not like manipulative. It's just like, I cannot express it anymore or I'm going to ruin the whole fucking thing. Because I know it's going to be kind of special.
It was cool because it came off really like, when you explained it, the thing to us, at first it did, to me, the explanation came off like she's like manipulating us, but the way that it slowly went along and the way you described it, I was like, oh no, she's just having fun. It's like a childlike joy is more what came off to me.
Just a lonely kid that wanted friends.
Which was great, and I think that was like that nailed that. Yeah, it was perfect.
Yeah. I think that it's just really tricky. So I think if anything, it was like, and even when we got into the game, I was like minutes before, I was like, do you guys want to role play this moment? Because I don't want to take agency away, but I also don't want to just full out go. Because one point was I want to do this intro. Flash forward, I had a lot of setup I was trying to get done, but I didn't want to get bogged down by going character like orientation. Go, hey, what does your character look like? And then because at that point we're trying to keep it secret. We don't know who's playing what yet. I don't want to confirm it, and then have like a weird half-assed character reveal. Yeah. Especially when I'm like, don't reveal the character as we have the actual official art for. Yeah. Fuck them up. But I don't want to do that either. So it's like it was just really tricky.
It worked.
But literally everyone trusted me. I think that's 90% of any D&D game is they trusted me.
Yeah.
I ran it. It's perfect.
I think it's important also
And
that
everything's
you
revealed.
also trust us in the same way. There was a lot of times when I was sitting there and I was playing, and I was like, I could do this right now, and I know Craig would let me.
Yeah.
But it's fun to tone myself down, to be like, no, I don't think that's very fitting. And that's
Yeah.
such a cool way to think about. Like Grace and I were talking about that afterwards, which was just a really big strength you have as just a dungeon master and just running the game. Is that I don't feel like I have to try to convince you what my character should do, which I've had to do with D&D before. Be like, it would just make a lot of sense if I could do this. Like, I want to convince you of something, but instead, more often I was like, okay, let's tone it. Let's just be a little normal because that's what I want to do for the game. I don't think I need to go crazy, which was cool because I got to check myself instead of being, because I know you would have let me take one of those crates and slam it into these fucking other guys, but it was like, I don't know if I want to like go that hard yet. Yeah. So I'll wait. And that's cool. I got to be in control, and that was a lot of fun. I think
that's also the biggest thing, is that's kind of the vibe I want the entire game to be about. Yeah. But with some newer people like Emma, and even for you guys, because even though you have been in a game with me, it's been kind of a while, is that they can kind of be in the vastness of the ocean. And I'm like, okay, you're swimming. Yeah. Yeah. What else? And you're like, I could just have complete control. And some people really, really fucking eat up in that space. But some of the people are like, oh, I have no boundaries. Oh, the vastness of everything. I'm just completely overwhelmed. I don't know what to do. Yeah. And so I think for me, sometimes when I'm looking at like my player base, I'm usually the players I lose are those. Yeah. And I'm trying to be really more mindful of kind of where I put my little things. Because more times than not, I never really say no. Yeah. And if I do say no, it's never a hard no. Yeah. Like you'll see it happen with Mia. I'll be like, no. And then she'll be like, okay, but what about like, and she'll like pitch a different idea. I'm like, all right. Yeah. It's never just no. It's just usually there's like a, a conversation that has to happen.
You know us pretty well too, which is good. I think that comes with it because the second Emma has an idea about something, you're like, yes, and we're gonna do like 100 things with that as well. Yeah, yeah. But you know, I can tell you can tell that there's lots of history between you and Mia of being like, so this is like this other thing that I've tried to do before this one time, and I'm gonna try to do this thing again. You're like, I know what you're trying to do, and I'm gonna let you do this instead, and that's also very cool to see. No. But I did think about having that fucking penguin in my mouth at that lady's house, and I was like,
you could have been funny.
Let's not.
You could.
I know that's the thing is I know I could have.
That's one passenger you saved. Yeah. That's one person you saved on the way.
I got to make a joke about it later with my Leon Kennedy inventory. Be like, the door is in there, but I didn't actually have him. But I thought that I was like that would have been funny as well.
But not long. I had a lot of fun. I'm very glad everyone else had fun.
Yeah, it was great.
I'm very excited for the next game.
Yeah. Emma definitely had a lot of fun too.
That's the thing too. I had a lot of confidence with Emma because I knew she was just going to click. Every time we talk about it, we click every single time. But I still want to make sure I'm mindful of it because some of my biggest role players are also the same kind of people. But I have to make sure I'm very conscious of it because Dory, Justin's wife, is the same way. Fucking powerhouse role player, but she has to kind of think for about 4 or 5 sessions, and then she'll come out and have this really cool scene, and then everyone's like, I don't know where that even came from. And then she'll sit for a little bit. And you're like, okay, you just need time to kind of collect.
For sure.
Figure out what's going on.
And I got to hit Spencer in the ouchies.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for that.
And you even warned me. You didn't warn me that that's what you were going to do.
I was like, I'm going to hurt you.
My goal is to hurt you.
That wasn't my goal. I just said I was going to hurt you.
Yeah.
Shani LeBold asks, while I await Baldur's Gate 3 to release on Xbox, why don't you regale us with what your first playthrough character was/is? I personally plan to make myself as I was from Faerun, so I'll be playing a green dragonborn Beastmaster Ranger named Shane Bulgari. That's cool. I think we did talk about that on our spoiler episode, so go watch that. We talk about, like, we go in sections, so we go, like, Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, and we talk about, like, what our first, like, run-through of the game was, but very quickly,
I played Ren. He was a half-elf fighter.
Yep.
That's it.
I played Jace. He was a human fighter bard.
Bard.
Yep.
I was a wood elf, oathbreaker paladin.
Hell yeah. Bold Consumer now on Blue Sky asks, music recommendations aside from Ludo. I feel like we haven't really talked about Ludo that much on this podcast, but what am I listening to right now? Oh, never mind. That's I'm
the Wild
Reeds.
What
I'm listening to right now. You should listen to the Wild Reeds.
I love the
Wild Reeds. I almost
said
you should listen to the Wild
The Wild Weeds.
Yeah. Listen to the Wild Reeds. They're very good.
I mean, if you're not listening to Hosier, you should.
Yeah.
There's a band I listen to called Roosevelt. Amazing. Love them to death.
I've been listening to a lot of
Kowloon does good shit
recently.
Yeah.
I fucking love Nine Inch Nails.
fucking, I've been listening to a lot of Empire of the Sun recently again. Empire of the Sun fucking
So
slaps
good.
all the
So
time.
good.
I'm just scrolling through my playlist.
You know
Yeah,
who's
same.
really good? You know who's really good is Penny and Sparrow. Penny and Sparrow did that
Mm-hmm.
one Spelljam song, which is my favorite one,
Yeah.
which is Zadali. But their music is really good. So also listen to them. They're great.
The Pillows, which do the entire soundtrack for fucking all 4 seasons of FLC, all the anime, fucking phenomenal. If you haven't watched the anime, watch it and listen to the music. It's beautiful. So cool.
I think my on repeat right now though is just Attack.
That also,
slaps.
yeah, that person, I think, I'm fairly sure, also does the music for Kill la Kill. Also slaps.
There's
just fucking,
two.
they're so good.
Because when they switched studios, they got a new music director, but they still use some of the old music from Hiroyuki Sawano. Their new one is Kota Yamamoto. But in the newest episode, the last episode, there's a track called "Attack Till We Are Ashes," and it's both of them that are on it because they got some other people from Wit as well to also work on the last episode, which is really cool. And this one I was listening to before Spelljammer, and I couldn't talk about how emotionally upset I was about it because we were about to start Spelljammer, but I get to talk about it now. Which I was working on the overlay beforehand, and I was listening to it, and I was literally sitting there like, oh fuck, because it takes aspects from the original theme that one that everybody says the lyrics sound like, is that a fidget spinner, does the dun 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 dun, it takes from that, and also the Ashes on the Fire, which is like the Warriors theme, and it fucking mixes them together, and it's so good. Anyways, it was amazing.
Also, just because Marceline's favorite song right now is Under the Tree.
Guys, I don't know what to tell you. It's not
even like a
really
joke.
Weird. She fucking loves that, and she finally has also come around to the rumbling. I just play it in the car, and she sings both of them. Yeah. She in the car. I'll film it next time she does it. She's back there in the car going, why oh why. She sings
not
that
clearly.
But I mean, she's
a
I'm
baby.
not going to do the baby version of it because it's kind of cringe. But like, yeah, she sings it. She sings it, and she also does the E for
That's
After the Tree.
like
She
favorite,
fucking loves that song.
I think I have a video of her probably like maybe 10 months old, and we're walking in like in our neighborhood, and she was crying, and we put it on and just like gave her the phone, and she was just like
upset in the car, and we put that on. The second the bum where are bum
she stops
you
crying.
at, she stops crying. She's like, oh, it's my song. Thank God they released the full version because they only had a minute and 30 seconds of that bitch.
Yeah.
And now we got 4 minutes of that song, and she's like,
She also really likes
Good.
New River by the
Oh Hello. She loves that song. She also tries to sing it too. I
Yeah.
don't think she really hits it, but it's Let It Come Down.
She's not good,
Let
but
it
she
come-
sings it.
Yeah,
She doesn't.
Mediocre at
She's
best.
very clearly singing the lyrics to Under the Tree,
Yeah.
but like for that one, she's just trying.
Yeah,
she's like she's like
likes
on
it.
beat, and she's like trying to hit it, but she loves that song too, which is funny.
So if you want Marceline's
Yeah, those are
recommendations,
Marceline's favorite songs.
She
You guys wanna
loves
go
the
listen to 'em.
Hellos, and she likes Under the Tree.
Yeah, she also she doesn't cry during the rumbling. She used to like I would play that, and she'd be like, "No, I'm still angry and upset."
Yesterday we were like, maybe she'd like MCR, and she does.
She did.
She didn't cry.
I think she just really likes high energy music.
Yeah, we played songs from Danger Days. and
It's percussion is what it is.
Yeah.
She really if a song is a fat beat, she loves it. She loves the song we did for the Red Line trailer.
Oh yeah.
She watched that over and over again. She
likes
loved
the-
that song.
the
She would always
animations
tilt her
they
head
did,
at it.
She's like, I know who these people are.
Yeah, they're familiar.
I think that's why she likes Under the Tree too, because it starts with like really heavy notes. It's like dun dun dun, and then I think she just likes that. It's like, oh, this is music
Hell yeah.
playing. Anyways, Francois Anderson asks, the opening to Redline was dope. What was the process like to make that song? It's a banger.
Banger.
I'll go through that process very quickly. It was not a very complicated one. We had the idea. We went to Travis about it. Travis was like, yes, I would love to do that. And Travis made a melody back, I don't know, a month or two ago. And Craig had a whole document that you made of like ideas to use from. He came up with that original melody. We had like a key. We had one that was like it, and then kind of unfinished, but there. And then we also had like keyboard melody that we put in too. Then Craig wrote lyrics, and then I took lyrics and I went to the keyboard version of it, and I kind of tried to apply them here and there, sort of arrange them a little bit. Took some parts from some other lyrics that you had wrote too, and made this thing out of it, and
just refine it from there.
It worked, and so then I recorded my version of it originally, and then I gave that to Craig. Craig changed some of it. I changed some of it, recorded it, gave it to Craig. Craig changed some of it. I came back to it, and then I was like, okay, lyric version done. I didn't give it to Travis yet because I wanted him to at least have some vocals in there that weren't just mine. Had Jack and Maddie come record some of it, not all of it, and then gave it to Travis. Travis mixed it. We listened to it, changed some things, and it was back and forth like that. It was like, hear this, okay. Travis, it was like, can you re-record this? Okay. Jack came over. We just recorded like the whole fucking song. Gave it to him. Maddie re-recorded some bits for me. Sent it to him. Changed some things. Changed certain people singing different parts, and we're like literally Wednesday or Thursday night, right before the stream. It was Thursday night. We were like, Travis was like, is this it? And Craig listened to it and was like, yep. We changed a few things. We were like, it's done. We were like, fucking finally. And we finished it. But a lot of tweaking. But I think Travis did a lot of the work. Travis made pretty much really. I mean, obviously we added a lot to it, but
every time he came back, it was like 4 or 5 seconds longer.
Yeah.
Because there was something new in my original thing was like, oh, we might break a minute. We're almost at 2. I think it's like 140 some, and I was like, that's not.
It started like 130, 120 or something.
And every time he did something, it got longer and longer. I was always so more impressed by it. And then all the talent we have, just, I mean, for sure. I knew when I was like, I know if I have Travis, I have a bunch of like, fucking bucket list ideas. I would love to have people sing. And the first people I thought was like, I want Jacob to sing for sure, and then also Jack.
But I was like,
it was a lot of fun.
I want to get. There were some parts that were just higher, and I was
no, Maddie was such a great.
She's so
blew me away.
Very beautiful.
Because one of my biggest things was like, I know the talent we have. Jack and Jacob would be able to kill it, and I was like, I would love like a really powerful female singer.
Yeah.
And I was like, we probably have him, but everyone I know has anxiety, and I don't want to push him like a weird spot. Like Maddie, and I was like, I don't care. Yes, absolutely.
She loved it. She had a lot of fun. She was
so talented.
Happy with it too. Yeah, we were talking about it the other day because we went to dinner, and it was a good time with my family. But there just little behind the scenes stuff that I think was fun. Jack was like, I want to be music director for a minute here because Jack knows his fucking music, and there's this line in there that it's the drown in space that lies between letting go eventually. Everyone burns out except for me. And Jack had this idea to be like, that's so cool, like lyrically, because what it could do is it can literally fall out and then have one person at the end. So it was Jack's idea to do the what we did is we recorded that whole bit, and it goes, everyone burns out, and everybody stops except for one track that I'm doing in the background. I continue to sing except for me. And originally that the Jack goes red line right then. It originally went like it like built up, but it kind of got muddy. So we just Travis just kept the one, and then Travis in that like final version added a bunch of things like the one part in the middle where it's the dead things walking in the dark. That like I was like, I don't really want this to sound exactly like the same like the chorus later. So you had the lyrics for that. I was like, I think I can like fit this in. Maddie and Jack were like, this kind of sounds like Taylor Swift, and I was like, whatever. But I was putting it in, and I was like, this is good. I want to have. Travis really liked it, and I was like, I kind of want the percussion to follow it, and then he just kept it through the whole song. So the percussion is so fucking good in that song because it follows that like because it used to just be bum, but now it goes like that part goes in, it goes like dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun, and it's so, I fucking love that so much. He did so good with that, and oh god, yeah. And then he in the second chorus, the defy my brother, the defy my father part. There's this violin that comes in, and Travis just added that. We were like, that's so good. It was just So there was just little bits getting added in here and there, but. Yeah, we worked hard on it. We were very proud of it. It was great. I'm also kind of fucking sick of it, but glad everybody liked it.
I think that's a lot of it. It's like we're very excited to see people see it, but we've been listening to it for about a month now.
Oh man,
but it's a lot of fun. And every time we add someone to it, and that's true for every aspect that we've done with Spelljammer, that every time we add something to it, not only does it exceed our expectation, but it adds like a whole new like echelon above it. So the song's really like a really great example for it because so many people had a hand into it that it's just like it's easy just to say it's an accumulation of one person, but it's not. It's like a huge level of a bunch of people, and you can really tell that everyone really gave a shit, and it follows through.
Yeah.
entirely.
Love
So it's really crazy.
Also, that outro version that I recorded, we're gonna have a better version of it at some point. It was just something fun that I recorded. I was like,
It's
oh,
good.
this for the outro. But I also want to have one of Jack and then also one of Maddie, so we can each have separate versions of it, which is gonna be really fun too. But that'll come eventually. Anyways, that was our behind the scenes talk about the song. A lot of fun to make. All right, we'll get to our last couple of questions. Isabella Bartholomew asks, who's your favorite character you've ever played in a TTRPG?
Lazarus is probably pretty close.
That's crazy.
I think he probably is. I think there's a lot of different I think it's tricky because it's like I like Kale a lot, but Kale's just less refined Lazarus. So Lazarus is definitely the better of the bunch. And then I have my original one that I played, who was like a wood elf guy that had like a lycanthrope, but he turned into a gnoll instead of a werewolf.
Oh, that's cool.
And I was just like an Oath of the Ancients paladin. So
That's cool.
shit like that, but no, I'm pretty sure it's Lazarus. He just fucking slaps.
Probably Eugene.
Who's Eugene?
He is this half-elf rogue character that I played for a long time in our the game that came before Evenfall.
Before Sunder.
Before Sunder too, yeah.
Yeah, there was a game, my first game like I ever ran as a DM. And then there was another game, which was Immortals.
Yeah.
And then that's where you played Eugene.
Yep.
And then it was Ember Warriors and then Sunder.
I also really like Lander from Ember Warriors.
And then, Sunder was like continuation of
Yeah.
that. And then Even Falls me going, can we wrap this shit up? But yeah, no, it was yeah.
And maybe Ari.
Yeah.
I also really
We talked about Ari today on stream because we got to Jaheira. And I was like, I love her so much. I love Jaheira a lot.
Yeah.
I was begging the chat. I was like, can we not kill her? Can we fucking have her, please? And they were like, okay. And I was like, yeah!
For now.
I was like, I haven't swayed the votes in any one direction, but if there's one thing I want, it's Jaheira. I love her so much. And I was like, she also really reminds me of Ari. And there were a couple of people in the chat who were like, yeah! And I was like, some people will know that. But, this is hard. I like playing all my characters. I don't think there's a character I've ever disliked playing. But if there's characters that hit different, you know? And I think Jace was a ton of fun in your game. That's the most fun Jace I've ever played because I got to purely because of the combos that you let me do.
It's
Bard Jace, who I also played in
Jace.
Baldur's Gate 3, also true. But you gave me like these crazy items that I got to do combos with, like jumping boots, like this like cape. I had boots, a cape, an axe, and a sword, and they all were like previously like they're like these legendary items that also were parts to other bards.
Yeah.
And they all had like a story connected to each other, and so they all there was like a song and rhythm you could get to them, and it was so much fun to play. I've talked about it before on stream, but like I had a notes app open of all the different move combos I could do in my turn, and that was for me, like sitting at the table and just wanting to be stimulated constantly. Being in combat was so much fun because it was like I have like 20 fucking options about what I can do, and I love shit like that. But on the other side of things, like roleplay wise, I don't know about Azeraphis yet because we're not super in there yet. I feel like Azeraphis might be up there, but it's probably Terra. Terra's been so much fun.
Yeah.
I've never stopped playing it, like been done playing D&D multiple times. Like, okay, we're done at the game, went to bed, and then like thinking about my character giddy kicking my feet. Like I've never been that way about one of my characters before, and I'm like, so I love her a lot. So yeah, but I also just I feel the same way with you, like Lazarus with Azeraphis. I'm like, oh, I just get to be a freak.
Yeah,
Just gonna be horrible. Yeah.
Dickhead.
Yeah, it's great. It's so much fun. I love it.
Can't wait for Descent.
Yeah, Descent's gonna be a lot of fun. Descent's gonna be fucking great.
My character's gonna be a lot of fun.
What the fuck is this question? Riley said, if you could move your toes to anywhere in your body, where and why?
I'd keep them on my feet.
No, you have to go somewhere else.
What if you go like on the heels, which is toes on the back of your feet?
No.
It's the same thing.
No, I take the toes from my right foot and I'd rearrange
Flip them? Whoa.
I'd flip them, but just so that they're still the same layout.
I'd put them on the base of my dick for extra grip.
Oh, whoa. So it's it's kind of like a face hugger kind of thing. It has like those like weird like appendages. Whoa.
Yeah. What do you?
That's what are you gripping? Yeah, what are you gripping? That's like
and
this.
why'd you say
They call it the grip of 87.
The grip of 87.
Yeah.
Why is it extra grip?
Extra grip.
Yeah, as if we had any grip to begin
Yeah.
with.
I have a few toes.
Yeah.
I have a few toes.
On
in
your
my-
dick?
Yeah.
Wow, I did not think it could get that bad.
I thought
Oh
I
my
would stun
God.
you both.
You
but
did.
you
That's impressive.
Uno reversed. I got stunned back.
I'm just.
You could do all the small toes on one foot and all the big toes on the other foot.
Yeah, this is my toe. This is my foot with big toes.
Yeah,
My big toe
You have your
foot.
5 toes. You have like your two big thumb toes,
Ah!
two index toes, and 1 ring toe, and the other one's over here.
Oh, so it's evenly dispersed. So
Yeah.
you still walk okay.
Oh, no.
No,
you
both,
don't.
both big toes on one foot, both index toes on one foot, and
Oh!
the one remaining ring finger.
You have a lot of power
and then it's
with
ring
that foot,
finger,
though.
this other ones, and then the small ones.
That foot you can jump like a motherfucker with that foot.
Yeah,
but the other
for
foot
sure.
you just fall over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would probably exchange like if I could have monkey feet, I would. Like if I could have like thumbs on my
Thumbs
feet.
on your feet?
Oh, for sure, that'd be so cool.
Yeah.
Cool to walk around and do stuff.
No.
Well,
That's a crazy ass question though.
That is
That's
nuts.
whack
Yeah.
as shit.
what if they were like on your ear? That'd be weird. You always see them, but I feel like it would be like the one place where it wouldn't
It'd be weird to like adjust your glasses with them. You're like,
Oh yeah, you could do that glasses thing like this, but you could do it without like yeah.
that's bizarre. I don't know about this question
I hate
anymore.
that.
I don't know what's
I
happening
don't-
anymore. It's weird.
Mm-mm.
I think the best place would probably just be like on your tailbone, probably like kind of near your tailbone, because
You
then
sit on them.
no, you'd like flatten them. You're always on your feet. It's not like you wouldn't crush them. They could like gently put you into position a little bit, and then you wouldn't see them all the time. You know,
You're like
you
a
just have a
fucking-
little bit of a lumpy lower back.
I
But
sit.
okay, actually, the
Well, hang
downside
on.
from this is if you're getting your back blown out, it's a little weird.
Well,
It's a little.
I feel like we're missing. So they said, does it have to be 1-to-1, or can I stack one of them on top of each other? And
Okay, so
make a
middle
toe
long.
tail?
Okay.
A tail.
You could.
And it has, like,
there you
several
go.
joints
There you
in
go.
it.
That's
It's
why
not gonna be long,
toe
though.
tail.
Well, I mean, it'll be a foot, maybe.
Get some keeps and rub it on there, and it'll grow hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
what
I
if-
guess,
what if
I
you
guess
would-
each toe is smaller than the rest, so it would probably only be this big. It's not really a very functional
Yeah,
toe.
no.
Think of all your toes and stack. Yeah.
It's not a very functional
Okay, but
toe.
what if it was like one toe on my elbow, another toe on my elbow, one on the back of my shoulder, on the back of my shoulder, knee.
What
You
purpose?
just evenly dispersed them.
For what purpose, though?
Just
Are you
you're
like
okay. I don't know.
trailer
a fucking-
with
a hag
the
cursed you, and you have to reassemble your toes on your body. They can't go on your feet.
Oh, fuck, I don't know. Yeah,
Actually, I think the best place would just be a ring around your ankle.
that's an anime thing for sure. That has to be.
Yeah.
That's what JJK shit.
Yeah.
on the
I have
cursed
to eat
toe
all,
ankle.
I have to eat all 20 toes.
God, stupid. Or just put them on your tongue.
Your teeth?
Oh, what?
Ew, you chew with your
There
toes.
has to be one more question
You,
after
you
this.
would,
There
you would
cannot-
get the worst toe. You'd have to brush your toes. You would have to brush your toes.
Do you not
Spencer.
This is
clean your
awful.
feet?
I couldn't find a better question.
Oh, well, then that's it, I guess.
I don't
We're
brush
free.
my toes. Don't try to tell me you're brushing your toes.
My teeth don't grow.
Your teeth don't grow?
No, you don't have fucking. You have teeth nails.
Teeth nails? I guess that's true. You wouldn't have to brush them. You had to trim them.
Yeah, in my mouth. And I have 10 toes, but 30
Okay,
teeth.
the only other thing I can free us this question with is CrunchBite010 asks, if you had to pick up a second/third job, what would it be?
Oh, thank
Retail
God.
gang. Yeah, how about fucking nothing?
I don't have a
I
job.
don't want another
Nothing.
one.
I guess I'm a stay-at-home parent, but
Yeah.
I don't want another one of those.
As someone who has 2, I'd probably get a Barnes & Noble job. And I have to tell myself
Soon?
not to.
We're getting one.
I know. Like, I want to apply,
Actually,
and I'm like,
yeah,
when?
I'd work at Barnes &
I
Noble.
was like, when?
Mhm.
You got 4 hours on a Sunday. You'll give
I'd work
me?
at GameCore.
You know,
If
that's not
YouTube
terrible.
fell out, I'd do it. I'd
not terrible.
probably have fun doing it.
No,
You
I mean,
thought-
it's not. The job itself is super fucking easy. And it's retail.
Yeah.
It's actually
Yeah.
it's the easiest retail I've ever done in my life.
Yeah.
What isn't is the people trying to rip me out of the store from 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Someone
Yeah.
falling through
Someone
the
falling through the
floorboards.
floor.
or
Yeah.
Who knows what else?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the worst part about it seems to just be the system. I would get frustrated
Yeah.
at that fucking system.
Burrito.
Oh,
Burrito.
Yeah.
Cash.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
God,
so
y'all
sometimes it's just like,
need
it's
one
fun.
iPad with Square.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn.
Square's not new anymore.
No.
Trust me. It was the amount of times we copy and paste the thing to create an item. And it's like, what are the ingredients? And you're like, None.
Cardboard. It's a card.
What's the expiration date? None.
It's magic cards.
And it has a little fucking profile picture, and its stock is flawn.
If the little old couple at the farmer's market can work square,
that's the most frustrating part of the whole thing.
You have to sign everything at GameCore too. You have to sign.
Yeah, you got chip. You got Apple
I'm like,
Pay?
sorry, fuck you.
No.
Hand me your card. We gotta swipe it, and you gotta sign.
We take checks.
Checks?
Yeah, we take checks, but no. Well, I should say we. But yeah, you write a check to GameCore, but you want to use Apple Pay? No, no.
Nope.
I will say it's fun to see people get a check because then they get stun locked.
Like,
every time someone has to
I
call me and go, how the fuck do I? like, not only is it a question of how do I take a check, it's can this person give me a check? Because they're asking me, and I'm like, I don't want it. They're like, how do I even take it? You're like, oh, there's an option for it.
Yeah. How do I take it?
Oh, there's an EBT option.
Yeah.
EBT.
Yeah, because it's a food service.
I know. That's
funny.
It's
like you're
I get stamps
EBT,
off
you're
of
like,
my magic
technically
card.
I could.
If you put the pack in as a burrito, I can use this, right?
A fucking pack of 36 flan.
Yeah. Could you imagine?
$150.
Yeah.
Could you imagine the cashier's like, I don't know, but I'll try, and it works, and they're like, oh, okay, have a nice day.
Fucking sweet.
Bye.
Funny life.
Yeah. Last thing I want to leave off on is yesterday I think I watched like 4 or 5 episodes of Markiplier's FNAF series, which I never watched before. And I just watched it, and I don't know if I can particularly call it good, but it was fun to watch. Yeah.
Just old.
Have you seen his Iron Lung stuff?
No, but I need to.
Ooh, dude, that's fucking nuts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if his content about Iron Lung is it's Markiplier playing Iron Lung.
Sorry, I didn't like choose to do this. I found a clip on TikTok, wanted to watch the rest of the clip, fell into watching 5 of his episodes.
Oh, for sure. I have no doubt that's how we all consume media.
I didn't go, today I'm watching Markiplier Five Nights at Freddy's.
87. Oh, no. I know how it works. There was some meme compilation that had the bite of 87, and the bottom TikTok said, "Hey, Markiplier at FNAF," and then you watched it through someone else's
I think it was a jump scare compilation. I was like, all right, I want the build up. All right, I can't just watch the jump scare.
It was really funny because we were getting ready because we took family Christmas card photos yesterday, and you came in, you're like, where are my AirPods? I got to get ready. And I was like, you can just listen to it.
I told her downstairs that's what I was doing when we were putting the baby to sleep, and you said, say psych right now. And I sent you a screenshot, and you put part 2? How long was part 1? And I was like, I don't know, man, I'm just watching it. Yeah. And then I brought it upstairs, and then don't fucking say that shit to me, because 5 seconds in, you were like, well, how does that work? Can you shoot
curious.
them? And I was like, now we're interested.
I was like, do you really just have to sit there? Like,
you do just sit there, Spencer. You do just sit there.
Check it out.
Until security breaks, you're just a fucking child.
And maybe we're going to play it.
For stream? That'd be cool.
I thought that, so she said we should do that. And I was like, that'd be fun. And you were like, when Ocarina of Time is over? And I was like, just as a all of them? That would be funny as fuck to watch Mia not play it. But
we couldn't handle Mia get chased by that baby in RE8. And you want us to play FNAF?
I'm on the fucking stairs like,
yeah, you physically left the room.
You know what? Yeah, I mean, FNAF is just like an hour of that baby scene. So yeah. Except, I mean, you're stuck in one spot. So it's not like you're like, run. It's more just like, shut the door.
We have to in VR though.
No, I'd rather die. No, I can do it. No balls. What if I want them to kill me? What if I want them to try? That's what I would say, and I'd have all the confidence in the world. You know, in Attack on Titan, when Eren is thrown up against the wall, and he's like, "Oh, I can't do anything." But the only thing that gets him going is when Armin talks about the sea. That's how I feel about human determination. The what is that fucking thing? The what is that meme called? It's like fuck, man. It's the human determination meme. Yeah, what is that?
I don't know.
Don't know what you're talking about.
God damn it. Hang on.
Indomitable human spirit?
There you go. Fuck. That's how I think about indomitable human spirit, and that clip of Markiplier going, what if I want them to kill me? What if I want them to try? I'm like, if I'm just toxically confident, I have no fear.
True that.
Anyways, there was like, did you know there's like a minute of darkness at the end of the newest podcast episode?
No,
it
there's
ends with
not.
me saying Rhina's big dick, and it's just
Oh, fucking shit.
silence.
I know why it did that. Oh, no.
It's because you got the thumbnail, and then that's what you cropped to render, and then you deleted it, and then rendered it anyways.
No.
Oh well.
But functionally, it has to deal with the thumbnail.
Oh well.
It has a minute.
It's. I mean,
Is there audio?
No, there's nothing.
Thank God.
It
It's
cuts
just
off.
us being like,
It's just
okay.
It's
black.
just dark.
Yeah, it's because I muted that fucking channel. Son of a bitch.
We're just like, all right.
I knew I clicked
head
entire
out.
session, and I was like, this is the right thing to do. Yeah.
It's okay. At least it wasn't like 30 minutes. It was just like,
Oh
it was
my
just like
God.
1 minute.
It's over. It's over. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fucking,
It just ends. All
look, all right. I created a whole fucking world on Saturday. Y'all can
Yeah.
deal with a
right.
minute
No,
extra.
you're fine. You're absolutely fine. I'm surprised it even went up. I was like, damn, you got it up?
Honestly,
That's
I
crazy.
wasn't going to, and I was like, this is going up at 6 on Monday. And then I started, and I was like, it's almost over. I'll just do it.
Hell yeah.
It's
I was
Hell
like,
yeah.
this thumbnail's me phoned in. And I saw the previous one where you were in that chicken hat, and I'm like, I can't phone in this one
Honestly,
too.
though, when you
But
were
you
talking
in
about
that chicken hat gives me hope.
Yeah.
You're that chicken hat's
I like
my
that
arm into
chicken
the
hat.
sea.
looking at the chicken head, it's not funny, but thinking about how you couldn't find something to Photoshop on Spencer, so you chose that chicken
I was like
head
this, and then
is
it
so
slowly-
funny.
like, put
It's
Control
so
T.
stupid. It's just a stupid little hat. Oh, fuck,
At
that's
least I
funny
have
as
the
hell.
little bib.
You do the
You know
bib.
what it's.
Yeah.
You know what
the
it
bib,
is.
and I did custom make Jake was Freddy Fazbear hat.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that was it.
Wait, what is this episode's theme? I don't know if we really talked about anything one specifically. We went through a
I
lot
don't
of
know.
different topics.
Talking about Baldur's Gate a little bit too, so I don't know.
Yeah, well,
Something.
I'm getting
I'll figure it out.
I'm getting a tattoo on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I'm super fucking excited.
That's
Hell
fine.
yeah.
Next
Hell
week's
yeah.
problem. That's good.
Bum, bum!